endgame, to be honest. It's I believe that usually in old, I can't even believe that this hasn't happened in some very old classical position, which was adjourned 50 years ago, and people analyzed it day and night.
Okay, knight d6. Yeah. Bishop d5 will be played, I'm almost certain.
Yeah, and then this knight b5, yeah, and it will be a big tempo somewhere with knight c3. I mean, also not to forget, knight c3, knight takes a2, there is this idea. So this is what probably Duda is calculating, that he will simply not take, but he wants to queen his h-pawn, yeah? So much to calculate, just to highlight. Knight b5, king takes h6, knight c3, the bishop moves back, for example, to c4, knight takes a2. If we take them b3 queens, but we push the pawn.
King g6, yeah, and push.
And then b5, king moves back, you still have to lose a tempo, h6, b2, h7, I mean, who knows? It's so difficult, and they have to calculate with seconds.
No, this is very, very tough. Yeah, I hated this decision to allow f6 check, Peter. If he blockaded that f4 with knight f6, I think he stays very much in the match. Okay. We're getting from our producer knight. Well, he played knight b5, very understandable.
Yeah, okay. This knight e8 followed by knight c7. If somebody plays it, okay, he gets a special award. I mean, for the best defense ever. I mean, no. Yeah, this is the logical line, and then follow it up with knight takes a2, but it might not work. Bishop e6. Exactly, knight takes a2 and then just h5, and then king moves away, and then h6, h7, and the bishop will take care of this pawn at the end.
Bishops are long-range pieces, ladies and gentlemen, and that's one of the big benefits. When you get a pawn race on opposite flanks, it can just go pear-shaped. If you've got the knight. And Praggnanandhaa, back against the wall, had a fantastic first few days, won 4 matches, but it's just over. h5 is really just, there are no checks. There is no way to bring the knight back and give check. The king is completely controlled, and that's it. King g6, h6, h7, 4 moves you need, and it's the end of the game. So b3.
Yeah, this is the unlucky thing for black, that b2 is not a step because of bishop takes a2, yes? So black will need to move the knight one more time, and he doesn't have time for it.
Does it make a difference where you put the king now, Peter? If you put it on g6, knight b4, h6, knight c6, h7, knight e5 check.
Apparently big difference, yeah, very big difference. It's a very big question, yeah, that do you go, because if we go king g5, we might step into some knight e4 check, but that maybe it's not, I mean, who knows, yeah, and king g6 played, the most natural one, and apparently this is a mistake. Wow.
But now you queen with check, sorry, now you go knight b4, h6, b2, Peter.
Yeah, but anyway, I wanted to go bishop f5 at the end of the day, but
then I go king g8, no, then f7, sorry, I beg your pardon, no, it doesn't work. b2, bishop f5, what's the G? No.
Knight c6 and knight e5.
And knight e5. Wow. And he goes knight e5, knight f7. Holy smokes.
And look at Duda.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's sick. He's sick. He's just seen it. He's seen that he's blown it. Oh my goodness.
And we have a match. If Prague holds this, then anything is possible.
Oh my God. He's disgusted with himself. Wow. And he had very little time. So let's just go back. So he had to go king g5 or what?
Yes, king g5 was the winning move, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that he was hesitating. He thought like, okay, probably both moves are winning, and that's it. h7, knight e5, check, knight f7, and it's a simple draw probably. I mean, okay, who knows? Maybe there is some Zugzwang issue, but probably not. Yeah, black will just shuffle knight h8, knight f7.
No, I put the bishop on a2.
Yes, put the bishop. Okay, we put pawn to a3.
Okay, I put my bishop on. So let's say you go a3 here, right? No, whose move is it? Sorry.
No, knight's black's move. Yeah, knight
okay,
h8 made.
Okay, I go bishop a2.
Bishop a2.
I need to find a Zugzwang where...
Okay, king g5.
Yeah, this is clever. This is clever. Okay, now... Okay, you can give check here. This is the point.
Okay, nothing much has changed. Yeah, I mean, knight f7, check, king g6, knight h8, check, king f5. I mean, it will come down later also to the Zugzwang issue.
Yeah, but actually... I feel like there is a Zugzwang here somehow. Okay, so let's say I go like bishop a2 here.
Yeah, bishop a2, a3.
Yeah, and then I triangulate. So where is the... you know, is there let's try and construct a Zugzwang. If I have my king on h6, the bishop on a2, and the pawn on a3, with black to move, is that Zugzwang?
Well, knight f7 check.
Take?
Yeah, I mean, I queen or I take back first.
Okay, I queen.
Yeah, and I push b1 queen. I feel that it should be a draw. Because my pawn is also on a3, yeah, so it still will be, I mean, it's a very tricky position, and both players down to 20 seconds, I mean, anything can still happen here.
Yeah, I think you have to go a3 here. And you can go knight f7, actually, because you can go knight f7, I'm sorry, you can go knight f7.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, it doesn't really change for the, okay, you go then king g6, knight h8, king h6, and still black will have to make a move. So Prague goes king e8. For some reason, he feels that the pawn on a4 is kind of needed just to make sure that he isn't in the Zugzwang.
Yes, that's exactly it. So he'll go back to f8 now, yeah. King h6. Okay, we're getting close. So if I go knight f7 check here, is it losing?
Well, here I feel that it's much worse than with the pawn on a3, right? I mean,
right.
If you want to run for that position, you probably prefer the pawn on a3.
Yeah, because...
So yeah, finally a3, it's the same position, nothing changed, basically.
So he's going to triangulate and get this with black to move, and then we're going to see. So he's going to go king g5, king e8, king h5. He's going to go king h5 now and king h6.
Exactly, yeah. King h8, king f8, king h6. Then we're going to see this Zugzwang, and then probably black will play knight f7. And then we might be seeing that crazy queen endgame. With the pawn almost queening, but yeah, there are millions of checks. And if you hide on f8, then already I can push a2. So maybe it's a draw.
King f4, okay. Probably going to get some time on the clock also. Maybe move around, king g4 and these kind of moves. King f5. King...
Yeah, basically king g5, king f8, king h6 leads to that position that we are discussing.
Yes. I'm pretty sure we're going to get that. And, like, is that definitely a draw? Because I'm not sure it is. Maybe giving the check here is very clever. Does that make a difference?
No, then king g6. King f8, king h. Yeah, okay. So you wanted to go knight f7, king g6, king f8, and wait like that, yeah? Could have been. Yeah, now we see this queen endgame, which I have been kind of anticipating. It looked dangerous, but so like maybe it holds according to computer, it doesn't. Wow, okay. So takes h8 queen.
Yeah, queen.
Queen g7 check, king e6. Yeah, this I have all calculated.
Yeah.
And then you will be able to collect the a3 pawn. That's kind of the problem, yeah?
Yes. But maybe, and you can't go king f5, you have to go king d5 precisely because of queen takes h7.
And now he just takes on a3.
Yeah, and I mean, probably this is winning, but maybe
this is probably, yeah, because actually black's king is very vulnerable in the center of the board.
Yes. And Pragg disgusted with himself, saying, damn, what happened?
Yeah, but okay, then if he really needed those study-like defenses with 20 seconds, you can't really defend.
Agree.
And look at the body language of Duda. Now, finally, he feels like things are back where they belonged. Because he felt like he was winning already, yeah, then instead of king g6. Yeah, queen h1, king g7, white king hides on f8 against these checks. And then you push the pawn, and yeah, with queen on d5, it's actually a win.
Okay, let's see how easy it is. So here, king f8. Let's say I go king, I guess, yeah, it doesn't really matter, queen e7 check. Yeah, it might be relatively easy, actually.
But it's supposed to be that black's king in the center actually helps the stronger side.
Right.
To win. I mean, basically, this king should be somewhere on b1. Yeah, that's where black's king belongs, which gives the best chance. But actually, the c and f pawns are the most annoying pawns anyway. They still have some real practical chances all the time, even in the best setup. So here with the bad king, it's now white will start giving checks, and okay, black will maybe try to run to h2 or what, but it will never reach there.
Still tricky though, these queen endings. Who is the best queen endgame player in the world, Peter?
Yeah, Magnus by far, yeah, I think. Yeah.
Magnus, okay.
Yeah, he has been so incredibly impressive with all these queen endgames. I mean, one thing I know, I hated these queen endgames. I was never so good at. I just, because I always like to orientate myself on general principles, and I'm quite a good endgame player. But with the queen endgame, I was suffering enormously all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It requires so much precise calculation, and I just somehow wasn't really able to do that as well as otherwise in other endgames. So now king d6, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Or king d7, maybe king d7.
Mm-hmm.
Now we see, very difficult to give a check after king d7.
In fact, there are no checks.
Well, queen h7, but it's the wrong direction. You don't really want to do this. Yeah, king d7 on the board.
Well, you have to give this check, I feel. I mean, what else are you supposed to do? Queen h7, queen e7, and then pray. Queen f5 check, perhaps?
Yeah, usually play doesn't work out in queen endgames. Yeah, it's I know that whenever in these bad endgames, you have to, I mean, you don't know exactly, or you don't have a clear-cut draw, you end up losing it. But also, it's so difficult to win them, yeah, with little time. Queen d3 check, we might be seeing.
Yeah, queen d3 check, I guess kind of has to be played.
Yeah, we had a queen endgame now in the Olympiad with Peter Svidler. We were commenting on Lodici against Rasmus Vanne. Queen endgame, and there the players had the 30 seconds bonus. Still, it was impossible to really play correctly. There actually is Vanne, I mean, Rasmus managed to escape in a draw. Queen d5, okay, queen a6 check, but then king e7. Queen a3, queen it's a more clever check, yeah.
Yes, I like this check. Okay, still not.
I mean, at least, you see that king e6, queen e3 check, and after king f7, you have queen a7 check, and you keep all these side checks, which are so important, not to give white the chance to.
And I hate to say it, there might be a 50 move rule somewhere. I guess we're very far away, right?
And finally white will push f7 at some point,
yeah.
And then everything starts again.
Exactly.
Yeah, king e6 or queen e3 check. I mean, that would be already second time the same position, I believe.
Yes. Okay.
That's
all
what
right.
you have to give, because you have to hope for a miracle threefold.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
F7 played.
And the computer will send it straight away. That's the point. It's not a classical game where you don't know. So if king e6, queen e3, it's already threefold.
Yes. So king g8. Yeah. Now of course Duda is going in the right direction, just avoiding any kind of possibility for a threefold.
And he wants to push f7. He wants to block.
And after queen g1 check, now he has king f8. Yeah, Pragg goes queen b8 check. Now king g7 will be played. So no checks. The white pawn will be pushed to f. No, queen b2. Clever.
Yes, I like this move.
Very smart.
Still, this is kind of annoying if you're Krzysztof Duda. You know it's winning, but it's like, you don't know the exact way to win it, but you know it's winning. You know in a classical game you have time.
King f7, clever move, but he has to watch out for the threefold, not to fall into any of this.
Yeah, like now you go queen, like you're not threatening f7, so now you need to put the queen somewhere. Queen b8 or something like that. Queen b6.
Yeah,
queen
b6.
a3.
I mean, okay,
queen a3.
Yeah, something on the dark squares.
Queen a1 is also fine, absolutely fine.
I mean, I feel like Duda should move his queen from d5 just to make sure that he will by no means end up in this threefold stuff. So queen c5, whatever, I mean, just move it.
Just put it on c5 or queen c4 check, right? Yeah, this is clever.
I'm loving this, because Tadeusz was mentioning king e6, king d7 wins, but I was really worried that some queen a7 stops the game by threefold. I'm already losing my mind. I can't be sure about this. And Pragg, tries to change the defense. It's always and queen e3 check. I'm not liking this, because now king g7, his king gets into some mating net as well.
Yeah, king g7 is clever here.
Yeah, we are not setting anything, but on the other hand, black can't do anything as well. I mean, he will just wait with queen b2.
Yeah, of course. King e7.
Wow, queen e7, but why? I mean, it's so artificial to put the king on e7. I don't know. Okay, there are no checks at the moment, but still, this king e7
doesn't change anything.
I mean, who knows? It did change for the computer. And king g6 is a table-based draw accordingly the computer. Wow.
Get out of here.
Yeah, but look at this now. Queen g3 check, there is king f5. And the king will always be hunting that pawn.
No.
Oh my god, but yeah, king g7 was so natural.
King h6 is the only move here. That makes sense. And if f7?
Yeah, then you start giving checks.
And then you can start blocking. Oh my god.
And also white's king will never be able to reroute through f8 to g7. Yeah, king on h6 protects the square. Yeah, now king g6.
Wait, queen e4. Careful. Careful. Now what?
But now it's already too late to be careful, because probably now practically actually black is safe. I mean, it's much easier for black, to play.
Okay, queen g7 check.
King
wow. King h5, and you don't threaten f7. Queen h3, king g6. And the bad news for Duda, he's given all these checks and he's allowing Pragg to play only moves.
Yeah, Pragg is already over a minute.
Yeah, now he's got a bit more time. Oh my goodness me. Wow. That's what I said, Peter. It's incredibly difficult to win these positions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so easy if the engine is running and then you make 2-3 precise moves and it's finished, but good luck finding them, because none of them is really logical. King h6, yeah, I like it. Yeah, you have to stay as close as possible. Provoke queen g7 check, only then we're going to go king h5. And Duda going crazy.
I mean, Duda up in his chair. He's going to be sick at the end of this game. Apart from the winning ending, he had the win before. So he had 2 wins. And if he doesn't win it, I mean, he could just completely collapse mentally. He's got black in the next game. He's got to be careful. There's going to be threefold soon. Hasn't he put the queen on these squares already?
Well, I think if he gives queen e3 check, it might be
it's over, yeah.
G6, so he has to push. But now it's just perpetual check. I mean, you just can't stop those checks.
Checks from the side, yeah. Queen a7.
Yeah, queen a7 check.
Oh wow, it's actually not even close now, right? Because
don't see any chances. Yeah.
You just give a check on the long diagonal.
Yeah.
You don't allow the block. Important. Queen b6 allows queen d6, and you might lose.
Exactly. Yeah. This you never want to do, but just queen a2 and queen a6.
Yeah. No, this is really a draw. And Duda is up in arms. He is sick to his stomach. 2 clear winning positions. And nothing to show for it. Okay, any move here is good. Any check. Yeah, this check is good, of course. And the further the king comes away, the easier it is to collect that pawn. Beautiful defense by Praggnanandhaa. And Duda also down to his last seconds. King e4, you just check again. I mean, he's sick. Just cannot believe it. Queen a4 check, queen a8 check. Any check is good.
Yeah, now he thinks about, why didn't I put the king on g7 and then stop all this king h6 nonsense? Yeah, because this is such an easy defense. Yeah, suddenly black didn't have to do anything. Just the position is drawn by itself. Queen
Exactly.
check.
Yeah, and Krzysztof just looking out into the abyss here. King f5. You can even go queen c8. Exactly. This is the clever check, because then you have king f6, queen d8, queen d8, king e6, or queen a6, and you're just repeating. This is clever stuff by the youngster. Some of the other games have kicked off, Peter, as well. So
exactly.
we'll go,
yeah. So immediately we're gonna get in there.
Yeah, and queen a8 check will be played, I assume. And the other thing is that, like, queen a8 check, king d7, you can go queen b7 check, and you can't even block queen c7 because you can trade queens and then go king g7. So if the king goes too far away, so for example here, if queen c7, you can trade queens and just go king g7. And actually, we're going to get a threefold very soon. I just don't see Duda. And he's like, what is this? He's like, I just cannot believe this is happening. And he has realized that it's king f6, queen a6 is, yeah, and that's it.
That's
threefold.
Wow. Incredible defense finally by Pragg, and very big missed opportunity by Duda.
Incredible miss. What tenacity by the young Indian superstar to hold that position. Not many